and I would like to welcome everyone for the second episode of the first ever online quiz conducted, hosted by the Quiz Club of Kalimpong in association with KTV Kalimpong and Gorkha Territorial Administration. Yesterday we had 7,000 plus registration, 7,000 plus participated, and there was huge response as far as the online participation is concerned. So I'd like to thank everybody. I would like to congratulate everybody, and I would like to announce the results. The two participants yesterday who qualified from the first prelim for the semi-finals to be hosted on Saturday. So I would like to announce the first, Gaurav Day from Kalimpong, and the second qualifier from the first prelims is Shine Faridi Ahmed from Darjeeling. Thank you very much. And now I would like to invite here Mr. Nipanjan Paul, who will explain to you all the technicalities of this particular quiz. So thank you. Happy quizzing.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the prelims for the first ever online quiz, live quiz. Okay, today we are having the second prelims, but there are some queries that have come or that were raised yesterday when we were having the first prelim. I'd like to clarify that the form for the online quiz, the Google form will open exactly at 6:15. And it will close at 6:25. 6:15 to 6:25. That is the 10-minute time that you get to answer the questions. Now, because of network, you may start late. But even if you start late, the form will close at 6:25. Keep this in mind. Don't go by 10 minutes. The form, you have to go by the time of the network, 6:15 to 6:25. Okay? Rest everything remains same. The form goes online. It is a MCQ type questions. You will get 30 questions. Each question will have 4 options. You need to choose the option correctly. You need to answer all the questions, but then there is no negative marking. So please do mark all the questions and at the end submit. Okay, that's all for today. Happy quizzing. Thank you. Now we'll hand over to our quiz master, the one and only Suraj Mani Pradhan.
Regular is it?
That's what's all done.
I know.
So namaskar, good evening from the studios of KTV Kalimpong. We're back, Quiz Club of Kalimpong, the second preliminary, the second qualifying round as part of the quarantine live open quizzing organized by the Quiz Club of Kalimpong in collaboration with Gorkha Territorial Administration and Kalimpong Television. So yesterday we had the first preliminary. The results were given by Captain Prakash Mani Pradhan. Congratulations to both the qualifiers out of 7,000 contestants. Even today, like the roll of a contestant that we have from the first preliminaries conducted yesterday, so that makes it 7,000 plus, even in the second day's preliminary round as part of the quarantine quiz organized by the Quiz Club of Kalimpong. Within a short period of time, exactly at 6:15 p.m., we will start, and as clarified by Mr. Paul, like no matter how late you log in, your time will actually only begin from 6:15 p.m. to 6:25 p.m. The second qualifying of this particular quiz conducted by the Quiz Club of Kalimpong. So today quick and since the past few days we're trying to come up with an acronym, and since we're saying Quiz Club of Kalimpong, so from today officially we recognize the Quiz Club of Kalimpong as QUICK, Q-U-I-C-K, Quiz Club of Kalimpong, QUICK, the acronym. So today's the 16th June 2020. Before we proceed with the second qualifying round, it's a great privilege for me to reveal the answers from yesterday's preliminaries. Mr. Paul, can we have the slides? So the first question that we had yesterday was, we'll do it very quickly, the sporting legend represents which country at the Summer Olympics? And the correct answer is option C, Switzerland. And of course the legend you recognize is Roger Federer. Which famous Indian web series? It was Amazon Prime. Mirzapur. Correct answer is option C, Mirzapur. And third slide, the legend that he is, ODI and T20 shirt number, option B, the correct answer, jersey number 1818. Next, you have to identify the city. I think most of you got it right. New York City. New York is the correct answer. For slide 5, the Indian city, designed by Swiss French modernist architect Le Corbusier. That is option D, Chandigarh is the correct answer. For the next slide, the correct answer, HD. The D stands for option B, that is your definition, is the correct answer. Slide 7, which nation has won the ICC ODI Cricket World Cup most number of times? They won it 5 times. Australia is the correct answer. Identify the city. From the bridge itself, you should be able to recognize it. It is in Australia. Option C, Sydney is the correct answer. For slide 9, identify the sport. Curling is the name of the sport. Curling. Preliminary, the much talked about movie Joker. Identify the actor. Joaquin Phoenix. And if you remember, he had an older brother called River Phoenix. 11. What J.B. Dunlop invented? Pneumatic rubber tire is the correct answer. Yokohama and Kobe are the main centers of shipbuilding in Japan. Next, BBC, the middle B stands for Broadcasting, British Broadcasting Corporation. The 14th slide, if Meet is for Google, for Microsoft it is Teams, option C. The 15th, Bharatanatyam has its origin in the state of, option B, Tamil Nadu. And for the 16th, Sri B.S. Yedurappa is the Chief Minister, the present Chief Minister of Karnataka. Slide number 17 has Mera Naam Joker, which was shot in Darjeeling. In 1971, it was released, Raj Kapoor's movie, and Rishi Kapoor, who passed away recently. 022 is the STD code of which Indian city? Option C, it is Mumbai. And for the 19th, the answer is the Galaxy series, of course, belongs to Samsung, option B. The 20th, the American national flag has 50 standing for the states, number of states in the US. For the 21st, this is the national flag of North Korea, option B. And for the 22nd question, 2018, the final, if I remember, was held on 15 July 2018, France beating Croatia. 4-2, if I remember the score. An astronaut in outer space, when he's looking out, the sky will appear as, in option B, black. For the 24th, La Marseillaise is the national anthem of France, option D. The 25th, remember conversation with Big B, Steven Spielberg, who was given us movies like Jaws, Schindler's List, and so on. 26th, it looks like a temple. It's not a temple. It's the state legislative building of Karnataka, Vidhana. From there itself we get, it is in Bengaluru. the 27th. So this is of course CID, Daya and Shiva, sir, I think. The two, you identify the stars. Rowdy Rathore was on the verge of release. SET is the thing, Sony Entertainment Television, option A. So Anatidae anseriformis, so which is a species in the waterfowl family. So answer is option D, duck, DUCK. The penultimate, Narendra Modi, the Honorable Prime Minister of the country, is a Member of Parliament from Varanasi constituency, option B. And the last question of yesterday's qualifying round, Lamborghini. Again, before I give the answer, interesting manner in which Lamborghini got into manufacturing cars was because of the insult that was done by the Ferrari boss. So it is Italy is the correct answer. So we had an overwhelming response yesterday, from which we've already identified the two qualifiers. That means they are the first semi-finalist. Yes, sir? So congratulations to both of them. So Quiz Club of Kalimpong, quick, would like to say thank you to you. We have around 2 minutes. So in the course of this, since we went quizzing and so yesterday we were saying it was the 166th day of the Gregorian calendar, meaning we have 199 days left with us. So today makes it 167. And those of you who love rap music, there can be only one icon for us. So in 1971, today, 16 June, the great Tupac Amaru Shakur was born. Unfortunately, in 1996, he was assassinated. So if you're into rap music, I hope today is the day to listen to good hip-hop music. And since we're into quizzing, and this is an initiative of Quiz Club of Kalimpong, but I like to say, like, it is more than the organizers. I think the participants who've made this event a huge success. Your hard work is really to be appreciated from Kalimpong. And a few questions on quiz before we begin today's qualifying round. So before you make a call now, you get a COVID-19 caller tune. So this lady is a voiceover artist from Delhi. So I'll give her some time, but I'll give you the answer before we start. She's also a former journalist, sports journalist. So you have to name the person who's the voice behind the caller tune before you make it. You can send the reply as well, but we'll give it to you. So Jaslin Bhalla. So please remember, Jaslin Bhalla is the one who's given voice for the caller tune. And interesting question. Just waiting for 23 seconds before we get into the second qualifying. Parle G, established in 1938. In the lockdown period, this is the most popular food item for the Indian poor people, because at ₹5 per packet, most of the poor people actually bought this biscuit, and Parle G has been the face of food for the poor people of India. So now we're almost ready to get into the second day's preliminary round. So soon you'll be able to log in. So 6:15 p.m. exactly. So once you get the link, those who registered will be busy there. र जो हामीसँग सम्पर्क हुनुहुन्छ लाइभ टेलिभिजन मार्फत KTV को Facebook लाइभमा, you can be with us. The answers you can send in the comment box and also on KTV's YouTube channel. So preliminary 2 now opens the link. Those who registered, please. र your viewers सँग अब हामी सम्पर्कमा छौँ. We're trying to get into contact with you. You can also send us, like yesterday we had an overwhelming response. This for the viewers, the others are involved through technology. 30 questions, 10 minutes for the registered participants. For those who are watching us live through KTV on Facebook Live, comment box ma kripaya, you can send in the answers. For yesterday's also we'll see that audience hamro record rakheka chhau. We have noted. So KTV ra technical team le त्यो नोट गरिसकेको छ. जो सम्पर्कमा हामीसँग थिए श्रोतावृन्द. The first question of the second preliminaries for today. The sporting legend represents his nation in the Summer Olympics. Which country? Germany, Austria, Switzerland, or is it the United States of America? यो sporting legend तपाईले देख्नु हुँदैछ. खुबै लोकप्रिय समर ओलम्पिक्समा कुन देशको प्रतिनिधित्व उहाँले गर्नुहुन्छ? Germany, Austria, Switzerland, or is it United States of America? We move to the second slide. You have to identify this famous Indian web series. Patal Lok, Sacred Games, Mirzapur, or is it Ye Meri Family? Preliminary second round and second question. You have to identify this Indian web series. So for the third question, how many centuries in ODI and Test combined together has this legend scored? कतिवटा शतक उहाँले लगाउनु भएको छ आफ्नो ODI अनि Test करियरमा? 98, 99, 100 or 101. Those are watching us live, for them it is slide number 3. How many centuries in ODI and Test? 98, 99, 100 or 101. Comment box ma लेख्ने तरिका चाहिँ के हो भने 3 option E छ भने 3E65, whatever you have to write. र हामी next slide मा जाँदैछौँ. Slide number 4 मा. Paul sir, can we have slide number 4? So by looking at this building, identify the city. Is it Hong Kong, Mumbai, Singapore, or Shanghai? So the clue is the historic building. Slide 5. Which city in the world presently has the largest population? Mumbai, Tokyo, Mexico City, or is it Manila? Which city in the world has the largest population? Mumbai, Tokyo, Mexico City, or Manila? Slide 6. In TV technology parlance, what does the capital letter or alphabet O in OLED stand for? In OLED, capital O stands for what? A, Orcast, Organic, Obtuse, or Oblique. So TV parlance ba, OLED, O stands for what? Orcast, Organic, Obtuse, and Oblique. Slide 7. You have to name all players were legends in their own rights. So who among the following? Ricky Ponting, Sachin Tendulkar, Jack Callis, Brian Lara has scored the most number of runs, 2,278 in the ICC Cricket World Cup. You have to identify the legends from the 4 given options. Slide 8 is, again, the I is the clue. From that, identify this international city. London, New York, Paris, or Rome. The clue is the I. Which city are we in or looking at? London, New York, Paris, or Rome. Slide 9. By identifying this Indian sport, you have to tell us how many players are there in each side of this particular Indian sport. Is it 9, 10, 11, or 12? Once again, Indian sport. After identifying it, you have to tell us how many players are there in each side. A, 9, 10. See, we just want the number of teams. 10. I hope you're able to see this. With which Indian would you connect this particular image? Option A, Ratan Tata. Option B, the recently deceased actor Sushant Singh Rajput. Lata Mangeshkar, or is it Rakesh Sharma? Ratan Tata, Sushant Singh Rajput, Lata Mangeshkar, or is it Rakesh Sharma? Slide number 11. So from the clues given above, you have to identify this famous Indian personality. So he was born on 2nd May 1921 in the city of Kolkata. He passed away on 23rd April 1992, also in Kolkata. He studied in Presidency College, BA, and Vishwa Bharati University, from where he pursued his MA studies. And he started with Teen Kanya, and he began to compose his own scores. Who is it? From the hints given above: Ravi Shankar, Satyajit Ray, Utpal Dutt, or is it S.D. Burman? That brings us to slide number 12. Identify this world famous personality. Is it Nicholas Sparks, Dan Brown, Stephen King, or is it Mark O'Connell? Identify this world famous personality. Is it Nicholas Sparks, Dan Brown, Stephen King, or Mark O'Connell? Slide number 13. So viewers, you have to identify not the personality, but looking at him, is a world famous personality in his own field. Fill in the blanks. He is a dash artist. Is he a clay artist, a sand artist, a canvas artist, or is it he is a charcoal artist? Please take a pick from the four options: clay, sand, canvas, and charcoal. That brings us to slide number 14. Skype is a telecommunications application of this company, which means you'll have to identify the company. Is it Microsoft, Google, Apple, or Facebook? That is, Skype is a telecommunications application of this company. Is it Microsoft, Google, Apple, or Facebook? That brings us to 50% of the question for this particular round. The 15th, very interesting. This place, Cup Foods, was in news recently. So he's connected with which of the following personality or names? Vijay Mallya, Nirav Modi, George Floyd, or is it Ivana Trump? So the great hint there is Cup Foods connected with which of the following names? Vijay Mallya, Nirav Modi, George Floyd, or is it Ivana Trump? To the 16th slide now. So it was devised by Major Walter Clopton Wingfield, and the original name given for this particular sport was Spider Strike. So which sport are we talking about? Basketball, lawn tennis, or golf, or is it baseball? So the name given was Spider Strike, and it was devised by this gentleman known as Major Walter Clopton Wingfield. So तपाईले चाहिँ कुन चाहिँ गेम त्यो भन्नु पर्यो? Basketball, lawn tennis, golf, or is it baseball? To the 17th question. So this is the hint that is given, and from there you have to identify the university. X, we are taking the university to be X. He was born in Boston. X was born in Boston in the United States of America. He went to India to work for East India Company and then became governor of Fort St. George. In the early 1700s, American scholar Mather wrote to X to help a school in Connecticut for donation as it was facing financial difficulties. So later the name of the school was changed and it became one of the greatest universities in the United States, named after the personality X. Identify the university. Is it Harvard, Stanford, Yale, or Princeton? यो लामो प्रश्न छ, जो एकछिन हामी राख्छौँ. एकछिन क्यान यु 17 सर दर्शकवृन्दको निम्ति यसो पढ्नुहोस्. सो यु हेभ टु नेम द युनिभर्सिटी. सो द हिन्ट्स आर गिभन अबभ र मैले अघि स्वयं पढेँ. सो इज इट हार्वर्ड युनिभर्सिटी, हार्वर्ड named after the personality, or is it Stanford, Yale, or is it Princeton? जसको अर्थ हुन्छ, we move to the 18th slide now. So by looking at the stadium, you have to identify the Indian city where this famous cricket stadium is located. Is it Delhi? Is it Kolkata, Mumbai, or Chennai? यो चित्र हेरेर तपाईले भन्नु पर्यो कुन चाहिँ भारतीय शहरमा यो Kubai Lokpriya cricket stadiums are Delhi, Kolkata, Mumbai, or is it Chennai? That brings us to the 19th slide. Fill in the blanks. In India, Dash made, so you have to choose the personalities. In India, Dash made India's first cell phone call to telecom minister then Sukram in 1995. First cell phone call was made by this gentleman or gentlewoman, Sonia Gandhi, Jyoti Basu, Atal Bihari Vajpayee, or is it APJ Abdul Kalam who made the first cell phone call to telecom minister then Sri Sukram in 1995. That brings us to the next slide. 10 more to go after this. This is the national flag of which country? This is the national flag of which country? Senegal, Ethiopia, Iran, or is it Afghanistan? Let's have a look at the national flag of this country and identify the nation. Senegal, Ethiopia, Iran, or Afghanistan. So we move to the 21st slide. In which Indian city will you find this inscription? It's very interesting. The inscription reads, when you go home, tell them of us, save for you tomorrow, we gave our today. This inscription is found or related or associated with which Indian city or Indian town? Itanagar, Imphal, Kohima, Aizawl. The inscription, when you go home, tell them us, say for your tomorrow we gave our today. Itanagar, Imphal, Kohima, or Aizawl. From 21st, we move to the 22nd. In 2014, which country lost the finals of the FIFA World Cup? Is it Germany, Argentina, Holland, or France? 2014. Which country lost the finals of the 2014 FIFA World Cup? Germany, Argentina, Holland, or France? 23rd question of the second qualifying round. So दर्शकवृन्दलाई फेरि हामी भन्न चाहन्छौँ केटिभी को फेसबुक लाइभ कमेन्ट बक्समा तपाईहरुले कमेन्ट गरेर यस खेलसँग जोडेर बस्न सक्नुहुनेछ। साथसाथै केटिभी को युट्युब च्यानलमा पनि कमेन्ट बक्समा आन्सर लेखेर पठाउनु होला। 23rd hint यहाँ दिएको छ, you have to identify the bank. I'll just read it out. So his father owned a sweet shop in Tripura. He used to support his father at the shop along with his educational studies. He completed his master's in statistics from Dhaka University. So after completing his education, he joined BRAC, an NGO in Bangladesh. And once he returned to India, he worked with several NGOs and he quit his last job at Village Welfare Society. So these are some of the hints. Established an NGO which aimed to provide microfinance services to the marginalized and drive financial inclusion. You have to identify the bank from a long series of text provided to identify this particular bank. Syndicate Bank, Bandhan Bank, Yes Bank, or is it Indian Overseas Bank? So from the hints given above, you have to identify. So from 23rd, we move to the 24th. So looking at the visual, you have to identify this particular gentleman. Is it Subramania Shiva? Is it Jagi Vasudev? Or is it Narayan Murthy? Or is it Natarajan Annadurai? So you have to identify this personality seen here on your screen. Subramania Shiva, Jagi Vasudev, Narayan Murthy, or is it Natarajan Annadurai? That is the 24th slide of the second qualifying round, which brings us to the next slide, the 25th in this particular episode. So there has only been one person to actually win Tamga-e-Pakistan and Ashoka Chakra or Ashok Chakra. Identify this person as the only person to be so. Option A, Nirja Banot, Dilip Kumar, Major Dhyan Chand, or is it Sam Manekshaw? So you have to identify this personality was the only one to win the Tamga-e-Pakistan and Ashok Chakra. That brings us to the 26th question. El Haj Malik El Sabaj is better known as what? El Haj Malik El Sabaj is the real name of which famous international figure? Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X, or Tupac Shakur, whose birthday falls today? Or is it George Floyd? El Haj Malik El Sabaj is the real name of which famous, and all you see are personalities, colored personalities, and much in news for wrong reasons because of certain interventions there in the US. Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X, Tupac Shakur, or George Floyd. 27th slide, we move now. Fill in the blanks. So the name Lakme, this particular gentleman from the choices given up, you have given near, you have to identify. He picked the name Lakme from an opera is watching in Paris, which again was based on the Indian setting where the lead character is an Indian girl by the name Lakshmi. So, but the French actors were pronouncing it as Lakme. So you have to name this Indian legend from the choices provided below. Ratan Tata, J.R.D. Tata, Shiv Narayan Birla, or is it M.H. Hassam Premji? Lakshmi, Lakme, the connections will give the answer. 28. So what would you find at this 17190 Sunset Boulevard, Palisades, California? Stick of Charlie Chaplin, Mahatma Gandhi's ashes, Pele's football boots, or Rabindranath Tagore's shawl. So from the place mentioned above in California, you have to identify which interesting items will you find: the stick of Charlie Chaplin, ashes of Mahatma Gandhi, football boots of the legend of football Pele, or the shawl of Sri Rabindranath Tagore. Penultimate question for the second qualifying. His declassified FBI report says that he used marijuana and LSD while he was in college, and once told a reporter that taking LSD was one of the 2 or 3 most important things he had done in his life. And of course, these things, consumption is not so good, but the great legend that he became later revealed to the world that these were some of the activities that he was indulged in while he was in college. So is it Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, Barack Obama, or is it Donald Trump? So LSD and marijuana is the connection. And the final question for this particular round, the second qualifying round, Gucci, this luxury brand, as you can see, comes from which country? Germany, Italy, France, or England? This luxury brand is associated with which country? Germany, Italy, France, and England. So ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the conclusion of the 30th question as part of the quarantine quiz organized by Quiz Club of Kalimpong. So even today we had more than 7,000 participants from all over the world, which means participants from right across the Indian country, Indian nation, and from outside as well. So thank you very much for being a part of this quarantine quiz, the second episode. And tomorrow exactly, so streaming will start around 6 p.m. The quiz will begin for the registered participants at 6:15 and end at 6:30. Thank you so much for being a part of this particular episode. And before we say goodbye, I'd like to invite you, Sri Nipanjan Paul.
Hello everyone. While the quiz was going on, I was getting messages that the link was not opening. Okay, the problem is that when you are clicking on the link, you are clicking along with the date. the link, the address, and you are clicking on the date also, 16/06/2020. That when you do that, your page will not open. It says the page will not be found. So the links are still valid for next prelims. So when you click tomorrow on the links for prelim 3, prelim 4 and prelim 5, make sure that you're not adding the date. Okay, just remove the date. If you are clicking on the whole link, remove the date and click. The forms will open. The number of people who have been able to open today, okay, it was very much active. Few of you couldn't because, as I'm saying, the date was also included in the address. So remove the date and you'll get the link. Thank you.
Very clear on this. The screen.
Some of them couldn't open it today. और डेट का साथ लिंक करो, क्लिक करो ना.
Chances there are more.
हाँ, but they should make sure that you know. Because I was very call of the